Hey, Brock, what's it like raising kids?
Why are you asking me?
I've heard the stories. You're practically a co-dad for those venture boys.
I prefer to think of it as being a live-in uncle that gets paid to kill people. You thinking of raising a family?
Assuming my swimmers haven't been cursed by demons, yeah. You think it's a good idea?
I don't know. On the one hand, Hank and Dean are two of the biggest pains in the asses I've ever had to put up with in my entire ass-pained life.
But?
Yeah, but every now and then they do something spectacularly not lame that surprises the hell out of me. It's the damnedest thing.
Groovy.
Of course, then they're right back to babbling about Batman and screeching like schoolgirls, so I guess it's one of those take the good with the bad things.
Nice shirt.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I have to buy them in bulk. Between the blood stains and the ray gun burns, I go through these things like jock itching at frat house.
You should check out the Boo Franklin line of polo shirts at S-Mart.
And no offense, Ash, but S-Mart's not exactly known for quality tailoring.
That's the old S-Mart. These new Boo shirts have triple stitching around the seams and advanced stain-fighting microfibers. Alcohol, vomit, blood, it all washes off like water on a goose's butt.
No kidding.
Best of all, the Boo Franklin polo shirts are all made right here in the USA, so you don't have to worry about tanking the economy.
Nice.
Not just nice. Smart. S-Smart. You looking at something, Samson?
I'm just admiring the shotgun.
That's not just any pea shooter, Pops. That's a top-of-the-line 12-gauge double-barreled Remington. Walnut stock, cobalt blue steel, and just about the best friend a guy can buy for under $120.
Cheap.
Not cheap. Smart. S-Smart, smart. So, Samson, you work for that Doc Venture egghead, right?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that, but, I'm his bodyguard. Yeah.
So why isn't he at the table tonight? You know, with his massive brain and all.
I'm a little curious about that, too. Although our invitation was extended to Venture Industries in general, we assumed that Dr. Venture himself would be accepting.
Well, a big part of my job is screening Doc Venture's mail for dangerous items. Anthrax, bombs, financial scams, that sort of thing.
You thought this was a scam?
Well, not really. I just know better than to let Rusty anywhere near a poker table.
What, he can't bluff?
Are you kidding? Doc lies like a rug, but he's just not so good with numbers and probabilities, stuff like that.
Just like Einstein.
Sure, let's go with that.
What's your story, Juicebox?
Oh, I'm nothing special. I mean, I was the leader of a glorious rebellion that came within a gnat's whisker of tumbling the fascist power structure of an exotic alien world.
Not bad.
But now I'm just a humble robot, last of my kind, trying to get by in a cold, cruel universe.
That's one hell of a story arc you got there.
I know! I'm trying to sell it to J.J. Abrams, but I need a third act.
Are we sure these chips are safe to touch? I've had some bad experiences with interdimensional portal thingies.
I wouldn't worry about it. To date, over 578 million objects and organisms have passed through Aperture Science portals with insignificant side effects.
Define insignificant.
Approximately 0.002% of all objects that pass through a portal acquire trace amounts of fractal positronic antimatter in the process.
Fractal positronic antimatter? I love that stuff! Rots the flesh off of skags in seconds, man!
He's joking. It actually takes several agonizing minutes.
Funny. I gotta ask, what's it like living on another planet?
It's great! If you ignore the constant firefights, the random explosions, and the fact that every freaking animal on the planet's trying to eat you, Pandora's like a little ball of heaven.
Yeah, about that. I always heard that Pandora was some sort of lush jungle paradise.
Yeah, me too. What happened? Did you guys run out of the, what was it, can't get it-ium?
No, I think it was called MacGuffinite.
Ha ha. Very funny. Look, my Pandora was first. Got it?
All right, geez. One question, though.
What?
What's James Cameron really like?
Fuck you.
What are you staring at, Clifford?
The hand. That's one of those spiffy Danish jobbies, isn't it? A flongvar?
Buddy, I'll have you know that this beauty was built by Lord Arthur's personal blacksmith back in the 14th century.
You know, most people would find that story ludicrous, but that's not even the silliest thing I've heard since lunch.
Wait till I tell you about the mini-ashes. So, Sam, why don't you take off your jacket?
2 reasons. First of all, I paid a team of highly skilled artisans a metric butt-ton of money for this new suit, so I'm going to show it off like a trophy wife at a back-to-school night.
And the second reason?
Underneath this jacket, I'm sweating like a fat guy in a walk-in humidor.
Ugh, thanks for sharing that.
Seriously, my pits are so swampy there are probably manatees swimming around in there. Check it out.
Oh,
So anyway, I'm keeping it on.
how do you get through all your crazy adventures without any shoes?
Same way you get through yours without a hat.
But I don't need a hat.
Exactly.
That's not really an answer.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
And that's why I don't wear shoes.
And also because shoes make him look like a big brown clown.
Hey, Sam, you're technically a cop, right?
He's a maniac cop.
Yeah, we're cops.
Isn't it kind of your job to shut down illegal gambling joints?
Well, the inventory's a little out of our jurisdiction. And you know the old saying.
Whatever happens in the omnidimensional accretion nexus stays in the omnidimensional accretion nexus.
Say, Sam, is that your tricked-out 1960 DeSoto Adventurer in the parking lot?
It better be. I'd hate to think we've been driving around in someone else's car for the past 25 years. Why do you ask?
I think it growled at me.
Yeah, it's done that ever since that adventure we had in HE double hockey sticks.
Maybe you should see an exorcist.
That's what I keep telling Max. But then he just spins his head at me and vomits.
Enonathrak.
I just had that cleaned.
Why do we have dreams about flying?
Sybil says that flying dreams are all about feelings of freedom, or something like that.
I'm not talking about that head shrinker stuff. Why is flying something we even think we can do in our dreams? It's not like we can do it in real life.
Big deal. In some of my dreams, I'm kicking the sun in the crotch. Dreams are weird like that, you know.
Sure. But you've had experience with kicking things in the crotch. Your body knows what that feels like. But none of us has ever flown. We don't know what that feels like because it's impossible. But we all have flying dreams, right?
What are you getting at?
What if, millions of years ago, humans used to fly?
You're dangerously close to blowing my mind, Ash.
Think about it. Flying dreams, Superman, Peter Pan. What if it's all an attempt by our brains to remind us how to fly?
That's, crazy talk, Williams.
Is it? Or is it the sanest thing you've ever heard? Crap. I got a peanut skin wedged in my teeth.
Oh, I hate that.
Why do you need some floss?
You carry floss?
Well, it's actually garrote wire, but it's great for getting to those hard-to-reach places. You'll probably want to run it under some hot water first, though. It's got a few chunks.
Yeah, thanks, but I think I'll take my chances with the gum disease. Kinda cold in here.
I found that 15 degrees Celsius is the optimum temperature to keep the game moving. In the future, you might want to wear an undershirt.
Luckily, I'm already covered in fur. And my tongue's a thermostat.
And I have a miniature fusion reactor keeping me warm.
Swell. So, you're a dog.
For certain values of dog, yeah.
And you, Flapsnap,
Claptrap!
you're some kind of robot?
I'm also a ninja.
And our host is a pirate.
I'm more of a retired raconteur these days.
And none of you are weirded out by this?
Nope.
Nay.
I get weirder things in my sandwiches.
Okay, then. Damn it.
Whoa, Ash. No need for a potty mouth.
I got a song stuck in my head and it's driving me crazy.
Oh, those are the worst. Max got one of those a few years back and he still can't get rid of it.
Take these broken wings.
You know what I use to get rid of an earworm? Soothing white noise.
What in the name of Thomas Dolby was that?
White noise from Pandora. It's a little noisy.
Great. You've replaced my earworm with a migraine. Is it just me, or is that Samson guy kind of scary?
Pretty ironic talk from Mr. Boomstick O'Chainsaw, don't you think?
No, seriously. Every time he stares at you, it's like there's machetes coming out of his eyes. Poisoned machetes. With laser beams.
I think he's cool. Like Liam Neeson, I'm going to hunt you down and release the Kraken cool.
Careful there, Silent Running. If you start drooling, you might short yourself out.
Don't worry, Ash. You'll always be my one true man crush.
Stop staring at me like that, will ya? That's better. Ready to give up?
I fail to see why the player should give up. Ah, this must be an attempt at intimidation. Very effective. Please continue.
Nah, I'm good.
Don't listen to him. With a little luck, you can still win. Especially if you grow a new brain.
Have we met?
That's extremely unlikely. You and the player travel in different circles.
Different circles. Ooh, well, lottie freaking da. There's something I don't get about this whole tournament.
I can tell from the way you're playing.
No, I mean, what's in it for the inventory? They're not taking a cut of the buy-in, so why go through all the trouble to set up these tournaments?
Allow me to browse their business plan. It appears that the inventory makes its money by streaming poker tournaments on the internet for the amusement of the masses. I guess the owner thought the four of you would be amusing, which, when you think of it, is rather amusing. In a metatextual kind of way.
You know my favorite drink? 14th century mulled wine. Had a bottle of it when I was marooned in the past. It was like booze of the freaking gods. Can't find anything like it today.
That's likely because 14th century mulled wine undoubtedly contained a light dusting of mouse droppings. It wasn't a particularly hygienic century.
Yeah, well, maybe we'd all be a bit better off if we drank a little more mouse poop.